Hey, Coach Blake, are you ready, man?
Yeah.
All right, let's get the show started here. Okay, here we go. Hey, everybody, glad you guys made it back tonight. Let's see here. All right, hold on one second. I want to turn the music down just a wee bit. Just a wee bit, Coach. Don't leave, everybody. Don't leave. Good jams. All right, here we go. That's a little better. And then we go back to Majestic Chess. How's your week going, Coach?
All right. Last time we did the tower with a puzzle in it. No, the checkmate, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
It was a 5-minute checkmate.
Okay.
So the pit of whatever, I think, is our next one.
So we did this one, right? Okay, nothing there. We did the tower last. And then we did this bottom pit over here.
Did we?
I think so. Take a tutorial on trappings, okay? Not yet. Let's see here. I think we only did these two.
So far, except the tutorial.
Okay, we did this.
No.
Okay. Let's do the tutorial on traps. This is going to be interesting. Okay. All right, let's see here. Okay, Coach Blake, tell me what you know about traps in chess. Hey, everybody, glad you guys made it tonight. Hopefully my mic is coming in good. Go ahead, Coach.
Let's see. I never actually had a real lesson on traps. Hello, Coach Nat.
Hey, Coach.
See. So, the best that I know is just attacking a piece where it can't escape. Other than that, I've never actually had a lesson, so.
Okay. I'm sure that this lesson is going to be more on trapped pieces, and I'm glad that we're going over this important lesson because I've been talking to my students for the past 2 weeks about having good pieces versus bad pieces here. And what you want to do is, of course, improve on your pieces so they have more squares to go to. But when you're playing chess here, you got to watch out for your pieces and their mobility on how many squares that they can be able to get to in time. Okay. In this particular chess opening here that I see e4, c5, knight f3, knight c6, bishop to b5, and then a6. This is a Sicilian type of opening. We're gonna forget the whole name of it because I don't play enough Sicilian. But you should capture here. But in this instance here, when the bishop goes back, b5 is starting to attack the bishop again. So the bishop is on the run. Now, a lot of my students are like, okay, well, as happens to me before, and Rui Lopez, for example, which is the Spanish. and then they can put their bishop safely back to b3. But as the bishop comes back to b3 like this, the thing that's different than the Ruy Lopez is that the c pawn here in Sicilian can trap the bishop like this. I've had this happen to a student before, and again, he's got his bishops trapped in like this, and then this is not a good bishop at all. He should have, when he had the opportunity to take the knight on c6 early, to try to maybe even double up the pawns. All right, so here we go again. Pieces can get trapped, Coach Blake. You just gotta have to watch out for where things are moved. So in this example here, this black queen is going to be our target here. How can we capture this queen? And I've actually had a similar tactic the other day on this one, so it kind of haunts me in a way because I'm like, oh my gosh, I should have been able to spot this out.
Let's see.
Gotta do our tactics. Gotta do our tactics.
Sorry, I got a call from my dad real quick here.
Okay, family's important. Let's take a moment, Coach Nat and anybody else that's watching tonight. What kind of move would you play to trap the black queen? Again, that's the thing. We're trying to occupy all the squares that the queen could possibly go to. We don't want that queen to run away to a safe square, because a lot of the squares that we have in this position, we own them. We own them. They are, again, going to be, we just got to make sure all of our pieces are doing what they're supposed to be doing. We have a lot of good pieces that have came to their best squares. The knight is here on e5. Knight can go to d4. You see it, Coach Blake?
Yeah, I see it.
Okay. I think I hinted you already, right, that it was a knight move. Where is it?
Knight a4. I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't listening. I was taking care of my father.
Okay. Knight to a4 would definitely do the deal. Okay. Now the queen is trapped. Any square that she could possibly go to, you can capture the queen. So the queen cannot sit there on b2 because he's going to die. And any of these other squares, he is more than likely, again, going to die. So if you find yourself, here's a pro tip. If you find your queen trapped like this as black. Yeah, good job, Coach. What would you do, Coach Blake?
I'd take the most valuable piece available to me.
You got it. That's exactly what we want to do when we're find ourselves with a trapped piece. We gotta get something for the queen. We can't just give up and say, that's it, queen's gonna die, I'm gonna resign. No, you're gonna fight back. And that's kind of what, again, I tell my chess players, if you are fighting and you are still just doing your very, very best to try to make life difficult for your opponent, then you're going to probably be able to pull a draw. And in this last tournament that we were at here in Houston, Coach Blake, I told that tip to my student, and they ended up coming out with a draw. And I'm like, great, and you didn't give up. I don't want you to give up. I want you to fight hard, and I want you to try to make things difficult for the other player. Because, again, you can weasel your way back into the game, and they can blunder their queen, too. So it happens a lot of the time. Let's stay and move on here to this next one. Okay, I like this as well, too. Again, we can, with combining threats, we're threatening one piece, we're threatening another piece on another move here, then we can be able to win a piece. Take a look at this too. We can see that this bishop cannot go to that square, that square. He can move out to these other squares over here, but my target is going to be this bishop right here. But first, we got to have a threat. Coach Blake, what's the first threat?
Well, if we look at it, we've got two pieces to attack.
Mm-hmm.
We have our queen and a bishop. So if we want to lock in that bishop, we need to make him move something else. That's right. Coach Nat is correct. Push the pawn to c4, scare the queen.
Okay.
And then
Queen's gonna move.
to c5.
Yep. And then we can trap the bishop. This is creating counterplay. Like this. We have a way to fight back. Just a small way. Not the best way here, but again, we got to try to get something in our game here. And so we can trap pieces like this when we're playing chess to make life difficult. Again, when you have the black pieces, for example here, you know you got a trap piece, you know that your bishop's going to die, you just don't quit. You got to keep on playing here and take a pawn here to try to keep things difficult for the other player. All right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, other ideas here, Coach Blake, is that kings can also be trapped like these smothered mate kind of puzzles like this too.
So for anyone out there in internet land, a smother mate is where the king is wrapped up in all of his own pieces, and you deliver the final blow with a knight.
There you go. I've seen some pretty checkmates like this, and this year I've been able to pull one off. Smother mates don't seem to come often enough because they're kind of rare. But studying these kind of positions, studying that pattern, Coach Blake, of looking for smother mate, those are always fun. Always fun to do. Okay, there's the tutorial on trap pieces.
Did we get money?
We got nothing. We got nothing.
Well, that's lame.
All right, where are we headed to, Coach Nat? Are we going to this wooden fortress, or are we going to go to these ruins down over here?
Let's see what they are real quick.
Okay, let's see what the wooden fortress is about. Checkmate, Black's King using your knowledge of trapping. Okay, we just did a tutorial over that, so that would be useful. If you're victorious, we get another knight and a pawn. Okay, if we go down to the ruins, play a game of separation chess. What? Another weird variation of chess. In this chess variation, both queens are trapped behind enemy lines.
Let's
okay.
do the one first.
Which
Sorry,
one?
I'm choosing for you.
Which one again do you want to do, Coach Blake?
Not the silly one.
Not the silly one? All right. I want our viewers that are watching tonight, come on, guys, stream in here. Tell us which one are we going to do here? Well, don't tell me that one, because I have no idea which one you guys are wanting to do. This one.
Be a squirm, that's what it is.
Oh, man.
Alright, let's squirm then.
Which one?
The bad one.
The bad one. All right.
Variation, alright.
Cool. We're going to need your help. All right. Let's take a look at this weird version of chess. Okay. Wow. This looks like Bobby Fischer chess. Fischer chess, right, Coach Blake?
Isn't that called Chess 960?
Chess 960, correct. So some of our viewers have maybe played on chess.com. They have Chess 960 there, where this is, again, exactly what you're looking at. Now, I'm going to be honest with you, Coach Blake. I've gotten my butt kicked so bad at Chess 960 and on chess.com. I'm not proud of my chess rating. I've tried at this type of chess here. I am not the best here, but all I know is that opening preparation that we've had before, or maybe had a lesson, is just going to go out the window here, because there's just no way you're going to really make good things happen here. It's too random, not random here, but it's pretty tough. But again, I think it's
Is it
definitely
possible
crazy.
to trap the queen?
It's definitely crazy. Definitely crazy. Because you got your queens on the opposite sides here. Um, so, okay, so come on, guys. I need your help. What should we be doing here first with the white pieces? Because I have no idea where to begin.
Oh, he likes it. No. We want to trap those queens, right? Right
We
now, those queens cannot take anything, which is just fine.
help me.
Oh, whoa, wait a minute. We have two dark bishops.
Let's see.
Two light bishops. That's terrible. Okay.
Help me, help me. I have no idea what to do here.
Okay. Well, I would say that moving anything on the A to E or even the F file is going to be bad for us. So why don't we start with one of the G or H pawns?
Okay, just discuss our plan here, our general plan. Because right now I'm looking at our queen. I'm like, how in the world are we going to be able to get this queen out of its dungeon here?
All that black has to do is move the knight from the F rank or the F file, and we can take on D7.
Right. But what I'm looking at, is just like how, man, can we do anything to black to maybe trap his queen?
Oh, his queen is already trapped, but we don't
Right.
have anything to deliver the final blow, so.
Well, so is ours here. So, I mean, the first thing I want to do is, again, try to find some possible moves here. Because we're not being timed, and I'm glad that we're here looking at this.
G and H pawns to get the bishop on H1 out. If we move anything on the A to the F file, then the queen can escape.
Why do you want to move the H pawn? I'm curious. Keep talking to me, Coach Blake. Like, what is your thoughts?
Honestly, my thought is to maybe move G3, E3, and get that bishop onto F3. Somehow get that king protecting the rook so we can get the knight off the F file. Oh, Coach Nat says no. Tell us what to do, man.
Yeah, give us your ideas, man.
Coach, I don't like these. Please, just never again.
What can we pick up from out of this, Coach Blake? We're gonna get something useful, right?
We are going to get a knight and a pawn. We need it to beat Sargon. I was about to say Sauron, but this is not Lord of the Rings. Here's the thing. If we do knight to G3, then what happens is the queen will take on D2 and escape.
Okay. I think we could first start off maybe with G3, unleashing the bishop so that we can aim at B7.
Let's do it.
When the bishop, then we can move him out, try to take B7. The knight would be able to take there, right? And then we can be able to get a rook. Trying to think in combinations. All right, let's try it. See what happens here. Okay.
What? All right, cool.
Are you good? Let me take it. Okay. Taking the rook. All right. I mean, I don't think I'm that terrible, but let me just keep our game going here. Make sure that let's pause here and think about some things here, because come on, guys in the chat, I need your help.
Remember the delay, coach.
Yeah, I know. I know. Let me see. I want to put the queen on c6 to get the knight, because I don't think he's got a way to defend it. And then I can get his other rook. I don't want that queen to start coming out.
She can't. She's stuck.
But I know if he starts rolling his pawns, I have to be careful. And if he can get his other knights into the fight, then that'd be terrible. So the queen's going to be kind of stuck for a while. Let's pause here.
Okay.
Let's pause here. Which other piece, Coach Blake? I mean, you can see my combination, right? I'm going to get my queen here. He can't move his knight. If he does move his knight, I take his rook. So that knight's going to fall. That rook's going to fall. And then the bishop could fall next, too. But he's still going to have some pawns to try to get out here. And if his pawns start creeping down the board while I'm taking, it could disturb some movement here.
Yeah. Well,
I'm trying to figure out, okay, let me see. What if this pawn came here and came here? How would we recapture? F-pawn, right? Or the knight.
Take with the pawn. Don't take with the knight.
Well, I want to take with the knight is guarding, yes. He's guarding this square right here.
Yes.
So take with the pawn here. All right? And if this guy comes down to... let's say here. We take with the e-pawn, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I don't want to open up, get his queen to move, because his queen starts moving, then his queen's going to be a nightmare. But I want to be honest with you, I want to get this knight out. I want to move him. And I can't move him because the queen's going to take this pawn here. And then this pawn too. So, man.
Queen c6? Yeah. That way we can at least take the knight. Or the rook.
We're going to get the knight. I'm just trying to see what other kind of counterplay he could have here. Because his knight could go here. We take the rook. And then trying to maybe move like here.
That's fine.
But then that's fine for us too. Okay, we just got to watch out for what he's going to do. Okay. Knight came here. He's got that square, and then he's going to try to maybe go after what, coach? Here. C2. And then his queen is going to be on the loose. Can we stop him with this move here?
You know what? We could, yeah.
But that would kick him, right?
It would stop him from wanting to move there, that's for sure.
Okay.
Just do it. Bring the
Again, I'm trying to stop counterplay. Let's just take him. Let's just take him. Okay, because he's going to be in a world of hurt. We take this guy. Bishop's under attack. Check that miserable king. Okay. Um,
Oh man.
this queen's doing all the dirty work here. Okay,
Good.
let's play here. Now the knight is really going to look goofy.
That's okay.
And then what are else are our ideas here? How can we trap his knight too? Well, I know that if I get rid of all these pawns, we're going to be fine. Can this, here is a question for you, Coach Blake. Can we start pushing the pawn after I grab this guy?
Just be careful. If you move the rook, he takes the bishop.
I'm not going to move the rook. Yeah, I don't want to move the rook. I want to get this pawn down the board here, but I don't want this knight to start coming in causing trouble.
So do this first. Do c3.
Yeah. Okay.
This game is already just a big bag of weird, so...
Okay. Let's off this pawn. Well, I mean, if I do...
You said it yourself, Coach. There is no clever in this. What you can do is this.
He is going to try to go down here, right? Or try to disturb stuff here.
I mean, there's nothing we can really do about it. Just take the pawn. And he can't go to e3.
I think he's going to try here.
That's fine.
Well, our pawn should take it. His knight would take back over here, and then he's hitting this square.
Yeah, and here's the other thing. You also have the bishop on b1 with laser vision.
With checks here. Okay, that would be cool too. Alright, let's off this pawn.
Never mind. No more laser beams.
Ooh. Okay.
Zaga.
Looks like he's trying to free the bishop here. This is his strongest piece in the game right now.
So
I think.
Can we free our rook? No, because if we free the rook, that's scary.
You know what, Coach Blake? We could go for a queen swap. Why didn't I think about that?
Okay, go for it.
If we go for a queen swap, we're definitely in a better position to do that too. So I think I've taken about as much as I could do to him. Let's see here. Okay, yes, there we go. There we go. All right. Game over. We got it. Guys, we got it. Okay. Push him to the max. Here we go. Push him to the max. Here we go. Here we go, yo. Here we go. Here we go, yo. Here we go.
Your rook is not in danger, really.
Okay. Whoops. Okay, my rook is free. Awesome sauce. Okay. Knight is coming out. Capture. Let's go. No. Let me see here.
It's okay. The knight on f1 is protecting the pawn. It's not a big deal.
That's true. I'm trying to add some more checks to this miserable king.
Oh, wait.
You see something? Let me see.
We have a potential ladder mate here.
I know.
There it is. Put knight to d4.
Knight to d4. This is d4, sir.
d5. Whatever that place is.
if it goes d5 again, the bishop. Okay, never mind. He's got nothing. He's got nothing.
Okay, get the other rook out.
Oh, did we just trap his bishop?
Yeah, we did. No, we didn't. You can still
Nope, but we definitely improved on our bishop here.
Oh, wait,
Okay.
do the rook. Do the rook.
Yep. Let's not screwing around here. All right. Check. Get ready for that ladder mate. And I know he wants it. Let's wait a minute. Fine. We'll go like this. Fine. You just got checkmated. Oh, snap. ET. Ouch.
There we go.
ET.
Put the
Ouch.
emote in the chat, coach.
Yeah, I know. We got to get those emotes going. Awesome sauce. All right.
You have it. You can put it in there. Right meow.
What? Eh. You got it. Never mind. Look at this. Look at
I cannot actually, coach, because I do not have access to your emotes.
Okay. All right. Let's go to the wooden fortress here. All right, Coach Blake. Let's take a look at a new chess position here. Okay, checkmate Black's kinging using your knowledge of trappings. If you're victorious, you will win 100 gold. Awesome sauce. Okay. We need the money.
Alright. Okay.
Alright.
Mighty blocked in.
Okay, let's assess this position correctly. Okay. Let's take a look. Our king is on g1. We have 2 rooks. One A rook is not doing much. The E rook is not doing much. Let's take a look at our queen. Our queen looks like she's getting trapped in there too. So not really an active queen. Potential. Let's look at our bishops here. Bishop on d2 looks like our best minor piece right there. Our other bishop on h1, Coach Blake, looks also trapped in. So he's not doing much of anything. But what about this knight that's on f1? This knight on f1 looks like he's got a life to live.
I like it, but how are we going to trap the queen if we move the knight onto e3?
Okay. They're just kind of evaluating things out right now. Let's take a look at our pawn structure. Now, we probably should have looked at our pawn structure first here. We have control over a lot of the light squares on the queen side. And on the king side, we have kind of a broken up position here. All right, evaluate black. Black looks like his black king is sitting in the center here. If we can maybe manage to somehow open up them, then open up the center with our pawns, and then our rook that's on e1 could actually be doing something. So that's an idea, Coach. That's an idea. Look at his rook on the queen side. It's kind of babysitting pawns over there. So I don't see that his pawns are doing much. If I was black, I'd probably be wanting to maybe to castle on the queen side. His other rook on h8 looks like very dangerous because he has a highway. The h file is kind of opened up, semi-opened up, and hitting on the king side where we're castled at too. All right, let's take a look at the queen. Queen major piece is getting very, very dangerously close to our king. I don't like that at all. And black's knight is
how do we trap that queen?
Gonna be coming in here. Yes, looking for traps. And then the black bishops here. The light square bishop on h3 is cutting into our kingside position here. So that's his better bishop. And black's dark square bishop can't really get out and moving around. So, and that's his worst piece in the game. He's got a lot of attacking squares near our king, and our king is, I think, really uncomfortable. So, what we need to do, gentlemen, in chess viewers, is to look at all possible moves that we could probably throw at him. First is checks. Is there a way, Coach Blake, that we can check? Let's look at that.
No. Well, okay. Yeah, but it's not good.
That's a terrible check with our queen. Queen takes, you know, and then his queen can take, his pawn can take us. Not going to work there. So, no checks. Okay. Are there captures, Coach Blake, that we could possibly pull off?
Only that knight. So it's a little bit further along the board.
Our pieces cannot capture. Only the bishop captures on e4 would capture a pawn. But see, that's really not doing much for us here. So next, Coach Blake, in our order of thinking, is to look at threats. Is there a way we could threaten maybe checkmate? What do you think?
I'm not going to say that. Checkmate, I don't see any viable option right now.
Okay. Well, what about... Can we threaten the queen?
Yes, we can.
Okay. Explain yourself here.
Explain myself?
Explain.
Knight e3, scare the queen.
Knight e3?
Yes.
Okay, you have that. That could threaten. That threatens the queen. What's another move that could threaten the queen?
Bishop to f3, which is a terrible idea.
Okay, bishop f3 looks like a terrible idea too. But let's see here. Any other ones?
You want to sack a queen, you can do it that way too.
How would you sack a queen? I mean, here, to threaten his queen.
Queen e4.
Queen e4? Okay, like I said, we know that's a terrible move because pawn will take us. So let's look at your two good possible ways to threaten black's queen. Knight to e3, and let's look at bishop to f3. Now, I want to...
Coach Matt is telling us bishop f3 here.
Okay, bishop to f3. And I think that Coach is...
Oh, is he?
I think... he's on to something here because it's really interesting. And again, you've heard me talk to you guys about where our good pieces are at and some ideas here. Remember, this queen is just not getting enough action here. Again, the good pieces that we've talked about in our position here is the bishop. Okay, and he's got all the dark squares to control. And then we said, again, this is our best minor piece. And our best major piece was not the queen, not this rook, but maybe this rook. Like I said, if the position was open, our rook would be able to come for checks over here. And that's kind of where we want to get our attention.
Discovery check.
Yes, we can do a discovery-like check here. And so when we're talking about threats, we could threaten the queen again, with a way to open up this center here. And that's kind of what we do. Again, when we have a chess position, we want to analyze it, trying to figure out, Coach Blake, our strongest pieces and where they are. So if this is lined up like this, Coach Nat is not wrong for playing bishop to f3.
So are you saying he's right?
Yes. Okay, because if he takes it, then Coach Blake, what are we going to do?
Well, he didn't, so...
I know he didn't. I'm just saying, okay, I'm looking at that variation here.
E takes f3. Check.
E takes a discovery check. Then we'll take the queen with our new f pawn. All right, so he's not going down with like that. Instead, what he is trying to do here is to play like he's going to block. I mean, this is just kind of weird. Not weird, but, you know, it's like he wants our bishop here. He doesn't want to open up the board here. But we have an opportunity to get a trapped queen, and let's go ahead and just take him off the board. Okay. We cannot let this pawn go wild here, taking all of our pieces here. So, Coach Blake, we have a knight that can take the pawn. We have a queen that can take the pawn. That is all gravy. That's all good. And even our bishop can go back and take this bishop here. All right. To try to do something as well. We have, again, it's probably a new threat. A new threat here. Look at this, Coach Blake. If queen takes f5 here, what's the threat here?
Mate with queen to d7 checkmate.
True. So I don't kind of care if I'm losing a rook, if I'm going to getting a checkmate out of this. So I'm kind of curious on what he's going to do next after we capture here. Okay. Because, again, that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to threaten here, and his knight is now covering that threat. So we've gained a lot of pieces here. Again, a lot of things that we can do to him. All right, Coach Blake. And people in the chat, what we want to do, again, is evaluate our checks that we have on the king, captures, and threats here. So first, let's look at some checks. Do we got anything here?
We do have queen check on e6.
Okay, with the queen check on e6, where is he gonna run to, or what's he gonna do here? He can run, can he?
He's gonna block with his bishop.
Okay. And then that he blocks with the bishop here. I mean, this is kind of like common positions that maybe you and I sometimes get to. It's like, what are we going to do after this particular move here, Coach Blake? So it kind of helps to see, like, checkmate in twos, maybe a checkmate in three. Because queen to e6 is going to have to do something. It's going to have to do something.
I don't like the fact that our bishop is under attack and our rook at the same time.
Okay. So you're kind of in the camp of let's take him, right?
No. I mean, there's honestly not much of a threat.
Mm-hmm.
I'd rather get my pieces either into action or out of danger.
Right. Well, we are slowly creeping up the board here with our pieces here. And I think that's the part of an aggressive, attacking kind of chess. Again, you're trying to move your pieces forward into this. We have a a queen and we have a bishop here, and if we can get the knight to come in to help, then we have 3 attacking pieces on a king over here that's stuck in the middle because he's not castling right now.
I would actually say let's take the bishop, because if he
Okay.
takes the rook, that's fine.
Right.
We've already got more than enough compensation for it.
Right. We can, that's plenty enough. Let's go with that too. Okay, so he Hunter promotes to a rook here. We capture, and then after that, it's kind of difficult to suggest the moves and everything for black here on what he wants to do. So G5 is kind of like out of desperation here, but I can see that he's trying to like cut off the connection that we have here with our bishop. All right, Coach Blake. Again, what we need to do is to start pushing our pieces forward, trying to go get them. So all of our rook, our knight, our bishop needs to start creeping, coming closer to that king. We got him stuck in the middle of the board, and again, that's all that I want to do, is keep that king in the middle and start throwing all of my pieces and trying to come get him here. He's gonna die. What do you got?
I put a bad move in the chat. I mean, honestly, we can just take the pawn. No. Yes,
Nope. No, I don't want to take the pawn. He's going to take my bishop. I don't want to lose the connection between the bishop and the queen.
So, knight to e3 then.
Okay. We can go knight to e3. That's bringing in a new piece. Right. Okay. And now the bishop is trying to, protect the pawn, of course. You can see that happening.
So, we don't want to do rook d1 because there's no action on the d file.
Mm-hmm.
On the f file, there's action. So, it would be wise to start moving a rook that direction.
Yeah. You got the right idea, Coach. We wanted to control that f file if we can. Okay. Now, when he lines them up like this, our queen definitely needs to move to a good square. We can move him back or we can move him forward here. And again, I don't want to teach my students to go backwards if they don't have to. Because if we keep him forward, keep that queen going forward, then we're going to be getting stuff here. So when we move our queen here to e6, he's probably, if he swaps, we can recapture with the knight, we can capture with the bishop, and we can recapture with the king. Okay? So let's see here. Not in the business of trading here. Okay, so he's moving back. All right, Coach Blake. We got threats coming at him. Big threats.
Knight to f5.
That's right. What's going on here with knight to f5?
We break the connection with the bishop and we trick him into thinking he can take it if he's not paying attention.
Okay. If he does take it,
we have checkmate on queen takes that.
Yes, you got the right idea. What we want to do is to continue to keep threatening checkmate in 1, checkmate in 1, or checkmate in 2 if we can here. So knight is moving out of the way and trying to cover here.
We need to do knight to g7.
Lots of cool moves that we could do. Knight to g7 is one. What's another cool way we could do? Because I'm glad you're doing your puzzles. Huh?
There's a mate 1 there. There's a mate 2 actually.
Yes. There's mate and 2s that I'm noticing all over the place because there's cool patterns here. Cool patterns, dog. Give me another one besides knight to g7 here.
That's it. That's all there is.
That's it? What?
Done.
Done? Alright, fine, we'll go with it too. But I want to have some fun. This one has fun. Nah. Alright.
I mean, technically it works. Oh my goodness.
Okay, I like to have some fun. I like to get a little cute. And do we have a mate in one now?
Rook to f8. Check.
Nah, we wanted to go queen to d7. I still want to go to queen d7. There you go. All right, punishing him. Fantastic. Take a look at this. We got 4 pawns, 2 knights, a bishop here on our board. Weird. Okay, here's the fortress. We're getting closer to the end, Coach Blake. Oof. One more episode, and then we'll be done with this Majestic Chess here. Let's take a look at this towers here. What's going on here?
So sad.
Add
I
the
like
two.
Majestic Chess.
Okay, let's see. What are we gonna do here? Add the 2. I like it. I like it. I like it. Here, this says add the 2 kings to this position so that white, who is to play, can checkmate black in one move. If you're successfully...
Let's go.
Oh, okay. Let me see here. Let's decline this for now. What's in here? Okay, play a game of chess using Fisher time controls of 5 minutes per game. Add a 3-second bonus. And put your army against an army of 2 knights, a bishop, and 3 pawns. Okay, and then we can win a rook and a pawn. Decline the challenge right now. And take a tutorial on the power of the queen. Okay. I think we have time to crack at one. Let's take a look at the puzzle first. Alright, we like logic puzzles here. Okay.
Puzzles. Alright. We got what? A black king and a white king, right?
Uh-huh.
Alright.
So, it looks like here...
So that white who is to play can check black one. Okay. So
this is a double bishop checkmate. Ugh. Okay. I'm trying to recall the patterns that I remember from double bishop checkmates. I might not get this in time. If you got something for me, please put it in the chat. Huh?
I do.
Okay, so it's a white to move checkmate puzzle in one.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's gonna be in a corner, and I want to say that it's gonna be maybe in, or maybe it's in the center.
I feel like it's in the center for this one. Coach Nat, feel free to jump in if you wish. Oh, he's got it. Alright, let's see what you got, Coach.
Success.
You can't do the checkmate with the 2 bishops like that and one move on the sides.
Tell me where we need to put the white king and where to put the black king at.
The black king on h3.
I should be better at this because I have seen this pattern before. I've done this pattern so many times, I just don't do it enough.
Actually, I see it. But let's see what Coach Nat has, because he may have another one.
Okay, black king on h3. Let's put the black king on h3. Okay, and the white king on h5. Okay. Alright, and then with a white to move. Okay. I don't know if that works.
He has a runaway square on G2.
He's got a runaway on G2, yeah.
Okay. This one.
What do you got, Coach Blake?
Alright. This is going to be weird, but it'll be good. Let's see.
Oh, boys, I got it. I think I got it.
Alright, well,
Okay.
hold up.
Okay, let me see.
Chance, man. Give me a chance.
Dude, I got it, dude. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Wait.
Alright, so...
Wait. Does that work? Does it work?
So... It's that queen is in a not happy spot, and I don't like it. So I'm thinking the black king in A8. Oh, stay in view.
Okay.
And I really want to say put the white king on C6, but it requires the white king being able to move to B6 for the checkmate to work here.
Yes.
So
you're on the right track.
Let's move to the other side, see if that will do the trick.
Yeah. There you go, Coach Blake. There you go. Okay. Now it's white to move because he's in check. This is the pattern I saw. Okay?
Yeah.
And then he moves over and then check. Mate.
Yeah.
But wait. He's got a blocking square, coach. He's got a blocking square.
Yeah.
He can block the check. But see, it's got to be in one move, dude. Got to be in one move. So getting closer.
Push the button.
Huh?
Push the button.
No, what I'm saying is we don't have the right answer to this puzzle because if we go here, he's going to block. But we are close.
So maybe in the bottom left-hand corner?
So we got to find a way where the black queen can't block it. All right, people in the chat, come on, man. Give me some answers here. What do we got? Come on, we can crack this. What if we moved it up here? Okay. Like this. No, because we don't have this square up here covered. Dude, I'm better at this. I can't believe this.
Wait, I think you've got the idea. Move that black king over to F8.
Yeah.
Okay.
But remember, he's got a blocking square he can block with.
Yeah. Move the white king to G6. Oh man, that's not gonna work either. Dang, dude.
This pesky queen.
Why are we so bad at chess, coach?
Oh. I'm not bad. I'm not that bad. What if it was here, coach?
He's got a runaway square.
Okay, my king is in.
A7.
My king is. Okay, no, his king is still there.
Yeah, I can't do that. It's got to be in the middle somewhere. No. I see it.
Okay.
Put the black king on A3.
Black king on A3. Yeah, I figured it was somewhere close, something like this.
Okay.
But what's the piece that's going to deliver the checkmate?
No, because you can run away to A4. Dang it.
Kings can't touch, Mr. Santos. Kings can't touch. They block. We can't allow the king. Yeah. I feel like it's a discovery move
Why don't
here.
you put the black king on H1?
All right. But if it's on H1, the queen can block him because the queen's near the king. And then we got it. A block here.
So then do this. Put the king on E3.
No, he's gonna go down, dude.
Don't kill us.
I feel like something's here.
It's blocked. You can't do it there.
I feel like it's something here. Nope.
It has to be a mate one.
Yep. I'm just moving stuff around here. Let me see. Okay, what if it was like this? Because this is common.
This is part of the process. This is not going to give us the end. Because we're putting ourselves in check.
Yeah,
wait, that's it.
What?
That's it.
What?
That's the checkmate. He has to block.
Let's see.
White to move?
It's white to play.
Dang it.
So wait. Okay, here we go. He's in check.
He is in check.
So he goes, but that's not one move.
No, it's also an illegal position.
Okay, Coach Nat says move the black king to H2. Take a look at that one.
The white king to G4.
White king G4.
That will do it. But it has to be white to play, though. Trash. Wait a minute. Can it be? No, it's not that easy. Silly queen. Also, the king has a runaway square to G1. I know, Coach Nat. This is an interesting puzzle, to be sure.
Surprise. Okay. Let's see.
I don't like this queen, Coach. She does not need to be where she is.
I can find it. Come on, man. I've seen these, so many of them. My brain's just searching and searching, trying to figure it out. Where? Okay. No, because then we don't leave this square to run 2. Okay, I wanted to do this.
So put the black king back on A8.
I'm trying to like move it where the queen again is just too far from an ability to do anything.
This is a runaway square.
And I just don't want to be able to block.
I love it when we say, yeah, we have time for another. Oh, goodness. Are you looking for private lessons?
Oh,
Help you solve impossible puzzles?
This is a good puzzle to show the students. Let me see here.
No. It's got to be the corner.
Yeah. I want to go back to this corner here.
Maybe? No, hold on. Put your king on, the white king on B5.
Yeah. He's gonna run here.
Put your black king on A3. No, black king. Oh, you're doing your thing? Okay. See, that's just in legal positioning. That's not going to be cool for us. My gut tells me it has to be in that A8 corner. Or in the middle of the position. Because why else would the queen be in that specific spot?
Could it look something like this?
No, because then he has to run away.
I'm gonna consult one of my books. It is time. Let me see. Where's my in-game book? Where's my in-game book? Gosh, I'm not gonna sleep tonight unless I figure this doggone thing out. Alright, I'm back here.
Let's see.
Gosh, this is ridiculous. Good grief. I'm looking at Ben Pirlo's in-game tactics book. Quite a bible of in-games here.
Sorry we're so bad at chess, y'all.
Golly.
I kid. Alright, let's see.
What do I have here?
So let's talk about Wisbell. Do we want to talk about National Chess Day?
I don't know if we need to or not. Because, National Chess Day is the day right before my anniversary. So more than likely I'm not going to be able to get away.
Oh, man. So does that mean that this monumental task is on my shoulders in order to make it happen?
I don't know. It's just too close to time, Coach Blake. Something could happen.
I would want something to happen.
Okay, let me see.
Alright, we're gonna come here.
Okay. Alright, so here are some of my typical in-game puzzle situations, Coach Blake, where the king is here. Again, we're trying to look at a pattern that is something close to this. Let me see. Would it look like this? No, the bishops are a little bit closer. Bishops are a little bit closer. Okay, Coach. I think I got something for us. What about here and here?
The bishop would have to come to g2, and that would be not checkmate. I was looking at the same thing.
I mean, let's pretend that there's no queen at the moment here. So that way.
No. Has to be against the wall.
I know that way. I'm trying to get to myself to a familiar position that way. Goes that way.
Can we move those? Oh, it says to add it. Okay. It's not going to let us keep that.
That way.
Nope.
Nope, never mind.
Nope. Is this puzzle even possible, Coach? Is it even possible?
I don't know. more minutes, Coach Blake. 2 more minutes here.
Yeah.
If not, we'll save it for next time.
Coach Nat, how was your day? Did you enjoy your time doing your thing? Let's see. No matter where I put this, it's just not good. Uncool man, uncool. Alright, so we're gonna check here. So my gut's telling me that he cannot be in check already. We have this. Have this. If we do this, it's too far away. That queen has to be part of this somehow. We can't move the bishop, unfortunately. The bishops have to stay where they are. My day was pretty good. I got a good couple of things accomplished. I worked with my students, and they are progressing. One of them by tooth and nail. Progressing nonetheless. I even have one student who is actually passing all his classes for one. So hooray! It's a good sign. Means he's actually serious. Before any of you internet land go crazy, this is good old H2O Agua. Better than Gatorade.
Sure thing, water boy. Water better.
You're going to growl, boy. Terrible.
All right, that's it. We'll come back. We'll have to come back next week. Doggone it. We'll figure this out.
Yeah. I got the position pulled up over here, so we'll look at it.
All right. Doggone it.
Hot diggity, dog diggity.
Thanks, friends, for stopping by, watching. If you can figure the answer out, join us next week for Majestic Chess.
Happy answer. Feel free to post it up on YouTube. We'll check it out.
Yeah. Put it up on YouTube here. We'll take a look at it. Good night, everybody. Thanks, you guys, for watching. And good luck, everybody. We'll see you next time. What happened?
And this. So end the stream before I keep singing some more. Majestic Chess is the best of chess.
Nobody wants to hear you singing. Nobody wants to hear you singing. Okay. That's it. That's all. Good night, everybody. Thanks again for coming.
Yeah.
We'll see y'all next time. Sleep tight.